Hey y'all, and welcome back to another new video. So before we hop into the video, just a few reminders as usual. First of all, if you are not subscribed to my channel, it would really mean a lot to me if you would subscribe and hit that little bell notification button if you want to be notified whenever I post a new video. And if you are not following me on TikTok, you really should be, because right now I'm in the midst of doing a little 12 days of Christmas thing. So every day I'm posting new Christmas Harry Potter recipes, DIYs, or even I'm doing a few budget last minute gift guides. So it's a lot of fun over there, so definitely you don't want to miss that. And in case you didn't know, I also have an Etsy shop where I make Harry Potter related stuff, so I'll have that linked down below. Okay, so we can jump into the video now. And today we are talking about basically what happened the night of the attack on October 31st after the attack's already done, because we covered that in the last video. So obviously if you haven't seen all the other parts to this first Wizarding War series, you definitely want to go check all that out, or this video is not going to make any sense. Okay, so after the attack, Voldemort's body and magic were completely destroyed. But he didn't die because he had Horcruxes, which basically allowed him to survive, but he survived in sort of a bodiless, powerless, spectral form. So basically just one little fragment of his soul was all that survived. And so he's kind of just his soul was going around without a body. So, but he seemed to still be kind of aware of what was going on. So he fled the collapsing house and the country as a whole. And he didn't want anyone, even his Death Eaters, to see him so weak and powerless. So he didn't let any of them know what happened. He just fled. And the only ability he retained after this was that he was still able to possess the bodies of other living beings, so other people or animals. And about 1 hour after the attack, Rubeus Hagrid arrives on the scene, and Dumbledore had asked him to go and retrieve Harry from the ruins with the help of Sirius Black. So Dumbledore already knew what had happened, already knew that Harry had survived. I don't really know how he knew that, but anyways. So he sends Hagrid and Sirius to go get Harry. And Sirius basically immediately figured out that Peter must have betrayed the Potters, because there was no sign of a struggle. So he knew that the Potters weren't expecting Voldemort. He knew Voldemort must have just walked right in, which obviously meant that the charm hiding the house wasn't working, which means that Peter must have told the secret. So Sirius Black immediately knows that Peter is, a double agent working for the Death Eaters. He figures it out, puts it together. Sirius tries to convince Hagrid to give him Harry, because remember that Sirius is Harry's godfather, which basically means that if the Potters were to die, which they did, that Sirius would become the guardian of Harry. But Hagrid says that Dumbledore had ordered him to take Harry directly to him. So Sirius agrees and lends Hagrid his flying motorbike to get them there. And that same night, news of Voldemort's downfall and apparent death are spreading all over Great Britain. This is, the opening scene of the book series. And there are celebrations all across the country. People are really happy about it. And these celebrations actually led to multiple large-scale breaches of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy. And the Muggle international media even noticed a lot of strange things, like owls flying during the day and people dressed, funny. But the Minister of Magic at the time, Bagnold, kind of excuses all of this so nobody gets in trouble for breaching the Statute of Secrecy, because he basically says that the war-exhausted wizarding community sort of has the right to celebrate. But not everyone agreed with him. So Barty Crouch Sr. basically said that the partying got out of hand and to a childish and ridiculous level. But basically Harry Potter quickly earns the nickname of the boy who lived, and this is because he's the only known person in history to obviously survive the killing curse. And he also earned the reputation of being the one who defeated the most powerful dark wizard of all time, and was considered to be the reason the war ended. So literally overnight he becomes a world famous household name and celebrity. However, in addition to becoming a celebrity overnight, he also is now an orphan. And so Hagrid had taken him to Little Winging Surrey, where Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall were waiting. And they literally, this is all the first thing in the book. They leave him on the doorstep of number 4 Privet Drive. And this is where his maternal aunt, Petunia Dursley, lives with her husband, Vernon, and their son, Dudley. And obviously they're muggles who hate magic. And Dumbledore left a note explaining everything. Basically, the note told them what happened, told them that they have to let Harry grow up in their home, and also said in order for his mom's protection, which she explains the protection, to keep working, Harry must return there once a year. Which I don't really understand, maybe because it's a familial blood thing. Why do you guys think Harry had to return there once a year for the law of protection to keep working? I don't remember if that was ever explained anywhere, why he had to return there once a year. If it was explained somewhere, I'm forgetting. Okay. And so Dumbledore seemed to know that Voldemort was going to return one day. Like in the letter, he literally said, you know, one day Harry might be in danger again. So somehow, just because, you know, Dumbledore is maybe so smart, he knows this isn't it. And Arabella Figg, who obviously is this squib that lives in their neighborhood, their neighbor, she was also a member of the Order, despite being a squib. And she lived a few doors down and agrees to keep an eye on him. And so that is actually where I'm going to end the video today. And so if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a like and leave me a comment down below. We're coming to the end of this series pretty soon, so if you have any ideas for the next series or other YouTube videos you'd like to see, please let me know in the comments. And until next time, bye y'all!